Mr. Bowen, first of all, thank you for being our guest today. As far as I know, you've been involved in various projects regarding energy efficiency with the AUK Center for Energy and Natural Resources. Can you please tell us about the activities of this institute?
Yes, CANR is about 3-4 years old now, and there's a close collaboration between AUK and RIT, Rochester Institute of Technology, and the two institutions were working together to promote applied energy research projects using resources from both institutions. So we're concerned about household energy supplies, we're concerned about energy efficiency issues, we're concerned about electricity issues, and of course things like solar heating. These issues are all very relevant. These are the sorts of things we're working on.
In your experience in Kosovo, please can you tell us the main challenges of Kosovo in regards to the renewable energy sector?
I think the main thing in Kosovo, it's like many other countries, well, it's like even Western Europe, the biggest issue is always finding investors. And when it comes to energy projects, some of them are huge projects, and you're not talking about billions of euros, you're talking often about billions of euros. So I think the main issue is economic. As the economy grows, so do you expect to see energy projects develop more rapidly.
Do you think citizens are aware of the environmental issues that is concerning all the world now?
I think people are concerned, yes. I think, like for everyone, people have their priorities though, and they want to see the environmental things cleaned up, but often there are other priorities which are higher on the list. Healthcare, education, these things are all competing for people's attention. I think people are aware, and I think as time goes on, we're going to see some major changes, especially here in Kosovo.
Let me return to the products that you're using here. I think you're installing the Anescope, the new product in your AUK. What benefits do you think this product will bring to students and the whole company?
AUK is seriously considering installing an Anescope. And the primary reason for AUK is that we want to demonstrate it as an educational tool. It's a very powerful state-of-the-art technology for educating people on energy usage and energy efficiency in buildings. And from AUK, we would like to employ it in order to make our students more aware of energy consumption patterns and really energy efficiency, energy savings. That's why we'd like to think of buying it.
What about solar panels? What do you think they will bring to what benefits do you think they will bring to AUK? What are the benefits in your opinion?
Well, I think I was looking at solar panels many years ago when they were quite expensive. These days they're very cost competitive, and within 5-6 years they pay for themselves, and I think Kosovo is a good place for solar water heating, like in Albania, and I think there's a market for solar panels, and we too at AUK would like to install probably next year some solar panels to do some significant, save a lot of money on our electric bills.
Apart from costs of implementing these products, what do you think are the challenges in installing these devices in AUK or overall Kosovo?
Challenges for installing them? I think the technology itself, I don't think it's difficult to install so much because I think it's a well-proven technology now. I think like with a lot of the new technologies, it's normally demonstrated to people that it is a good investment, because often it is more expensive at the beginning, but when you look at the long term, they are good investments. So I think the barrier is often convincing people this is a good investment. And, over the next 5 or 6 years or whatever it is a good payback, and then after that you're getting close to free energy.
Mr. Bowen, what benefits do you think society would have from a company that is promoting these products, these values? Energy efficiency products.
Yeah. Well, I think that there are two main things. First of all, of course, it's when you look at solar, or like we have at AUK, geothermal now, these technologies, green technologies, in the long term, they can be cost effective, but I think the driving force is environmental issues, and I think especially as legislation develops, there's going to be a greater urgency for installing green technologies. And so, there's going to be, I think, a lot of opportunities. It's great to see what green technology is doing, taking an initiative to develop these technologies in Kosovo, because there's a need for someone to do it. And it's good to see that you're doing it.
Thank you. What would be your last comments about environmental issues in Kosovo?
I think there's a lot to be done, and I think there's a lot of awareness programs. People are becoming more and more aware. I remember as a teenager when I lived in England, there were lots of things which really, today, you'd never think about doing, certainly when it comes to trash on the streets and things like that. Relatively simple, but it's a thing which we'll get used to. And I think things like development of the electric utilities, a major decision is going to be taken on that. So in the next few years, you'll see major improvements taking place.
Okay, thank you very much for your cooperation.
My pleasure.